Nick, I know we talked about Jamie Drysdale with you at the end of last season. It seems like he's healthy and moving really well. How excited are you about the dynamic you guys could have together?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that today. He has this different confidence about him. You can tell this year, and it's nice. He's feeling healthy, and just his quickness to the puck and his ability to move across the blue line. And you can see it even last night in the game. He was just very confident, and that's exciting. And that's something I can feed off too. His confidence, and we can hopefully continue to build that chemistry from last year.
Do you see any, different players, and I'm sure it's certainly not apples to apples, but you obviously had a really successful pair last year with Sean Walker. Are there any similarities in how the two of them play? They're both really good skaters, maybe in different ways, but I'm just curious what you see.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I think their ability to move the puck and get up the ice is very similar, him and Walks, and so I think that's going to benefit our pair, and just let him do his thing. I think he's more offensive minded, whereas I'm on the defensive side, and if he knows where I'm going to be, and he has that freedom to go up the ice and play his game, which he yesterday you could tell he just had that extra step and that extra jump in his game. So that's I'd probably say that. I think there are a lot of similarities. So I think we'll, like I said, continue to build that chemistry.
What was the summer like for you, having the new contract and kind of having things maybe settled here in Philadelphia a little bit?
Yeah, as I spoke to last year, it was something that I haven't had before, and it meant the world to me, obviously, and to be in a place where I feel so comfortable and in such a great city with the fans, and the organization is just top tier organization with great management and leadership, and the group surrounding this place is special, and I'm just excited to be a part of it. I love where this group is going, and I can't wait to get started.
We saw the other day you having a nice conversation with the other bench during one of your scrimmages.
Yeah.
Intensity obviously rising. No one really knew what sparked that.
I don't forgot. Yeah. No, it's funny. We were talking about that in the locker room. Like, as guys get tired, and this obviously the camp is so. It's physically demanding and mentally demanding, but guys get ornery and or maybe it's just me and a couple guys. I don't know, but no, that's good for us. I think Garney's into it, Sandy and TK. Those guys are getting into it. Like, you have to build, you have to ramp up if you're gonna get going in the regular season, and I think it's good that the intensity's there. That means guys care and want to compete, want to show what they can bring, and so but yeah, that was funny.
When I spoke to Spencer Gill, he said that you're one of the veterans that gave some good advice, somebody to talk to. Has there been any rookies that kind of have stood out to you so far during camp that has impressed you, or that you feel like has a lot of potential? Yeah,
I think there's a lot of really good talent coming up in our system, and it's fun to see these young guys like Gill. Yesterday, I looked down the bench and I was like, he looks like he's in high school. Like, I couldn't believe it, but it's just, good on him. Where he's at, and his skill set to be able to play in even a preseason game it's very cool. And he was, he asked me yesterday about blocking shots and kind of the angle, because he said he was struggling with, he thought he was in the lane, and so he was asking me, kind of techniques and stuff like that, which is great. If I can bounce stuff off of him and he can learn from it, that's great. But yeah, guys like Luch, and those guys, his speed yesterday, you could see it's he's quick, he's super quick, and obviously Mitchkoff and his ability to move the puck, and I think especially his passing has been fun to watch, and I'm sure his line mates love that too.
Blocked a shot last night on the penalty kill, I believe it was. Pretty hard one. Popped up. Season started.
Yeah. Caught me in the thigh, so it wasn't too bad, as long as it wasn't one of the ankles or something like that. but yeah, you have to play it the right way. I can't play any different, so I don't really care if it's preseason or not, and just hopefully it hits you in a good spot.
Is it almost for in those kind of situations? Is it almost like if you were trying to avoid blocking shots, you might be more likely to get yourself hurt because it's so different from the way you normally play?
Yeah. I mean, if you go away from what you're normally doing, you're gonna catch one in the wrong spot. So that's a good point. Exactly. Yeah.
I came in late. Did anybody ask you about having Gaudreau out there?
No, they haven't.
What? Obviously, Torch was telling us that he invited him in, and how was that presented to the players, and what's their reaction when John does something like that?
No, I mean it's obviously it's so tragic what happened, and it just breaks your heart. And to have Mr. Gaudreau out here and having him around the players, and he's a coach himself, I believe. So just to have him around, the guys and that coaching environment, and I think it's hopefully there's some sort of healing in that. But yeah, it just breaks your heart, like I said, and many prayers to him and his family, and so if that helps, that's great. It'd be great to have him around, and obviously great to meet him, and hopefully we see some more of him.
So he was
One or two more?
stacking, having his stick as you guys were skating.
Yeah.
He looked like a coach. How
Yeah.
was that to see?
Yeah, no, I didn't see that, but yeah, that makes sense. If coaches love that stuff, and so like I said, if he can be around that and it helps, that's great. We'd love to have him here. So.